We've talked about Azure SQL databases. Now I want to show you the process of actually creating and configuring an Azure SQL database.
The process of creating a SQL database is pretty straightforward, and you can either create an Azure SQL database on an existing Azure SQL database server, or you can create a database and a server in a single step. I'm going to go ahead and create both just so you can see what the settings are. It's pretty straightforward, and as always, this can be done, of course, from the command line, and it can be done through the API as well. So I'm in the databases, by the way. I navigated to the SQL databases, so I just click New, and I'm going to create a database with a very clever name. It's going to be Delete Me, as it will be deleted. All right, it's going to go into demos. Now, source, I can take a blank database, which is what I'm going to do. You can actually base it on a sample database like AdventureWorks LT, which is a version of AdventureWorks, or I can use a backup of a database. But we're going to go ahead and create a blank database, and then we're going to go to the server. And you can see I actually have a couple different servers, and I'm going to create a new server, and this is going to be GM for Delete Me. And I have to give it a login, so it's going to be student, password, dreaded confirm password. Not really sure why I decided to call that dreaded. All right, and location, do we want to use the latest server? That's kind of important. And do we want to allow Azure services to access this? Indeed we do, so we'll select that. Next thing we're going to do is set the pricing tier. And just in case I forget to delete this, we're going to go down to, you can see the different things. Basic, I think we can take the risk on an S1 standard here. And then it's simply create, and I'll pin it to the dashboard so you can see it going through other processes. Okay, and at this point, it's validating, it's going to go through the process, and there's really not that much else exciting, but that's the setup. You define your server, and you define your database characteristics within the server, and then you just create it, and at that point, you'll have a server and a database in just a couple of minutes.
I don't know if you've ever installed SQL Server and created a database, but let me assure you, if you have not, the process that you just saw involves far fewer steps.